Hey everyone, today our topic is Histology of Pancreas. Our team members are Iniyavan, Gayatri, Guru Abhinash, Harish Balaji, Harita, Harshavadni, Jabaskaran, Jayaraghavi, and it's me, Hemalata. The, the table of content is the about pancreas, exocrine pancreas, endocrine pancreas, hormonal function of pancreas, clinical correlation. Here I will be discussing about the pancreas. Introduction. The pancreas is a large mixed gland composed of 5 parts: the head, uncinate process, neck, body, and tail. Pancreas is mostly retroperitoneal except for the tail. Extends from the C-shaped curve of the duodenum, passes behind the stomach, and finishes at the hilum of the spleen. Several pancreatic ducts extend throughout the pancreas, emptying the pancreatic content inside the duodenum. Pancreas is covered by a thin capsule made of a loose connective tissue. The parenchyma consists of pancreatic acini and sparsely scattered pancreatic islets surrounded by the stroma of loose connective tissue. Interlobular connective tissue septa projects from the capsule into the pancreatic parenchyma, organizing it into lobules. The interlobular septa house the interlobular ducts, blood vessels, nerves, and lamella passion corpuscles, which are a special type of sensory receptor. And pancreas. That pancreas is divided into stroma, parenchyma. In stroma, capsule, septa, and reticular fibers are there. And in parenchyma, pancreas is a mixed gland. That exocrine part and endocrine part. Exocrine part consists of acini and ducts, produce digestive pancreatic enzyme. Endocrine parts, islets of Langerhans, produce the hormones. And next, the exocrine pancreas will be discussed by Jabaskaran.
Hello guys, this is Javis. Now we see about the exocrine pancreases. Exocrine pancreases makes about 98% of pancreatic tissue. Now we see about the pancreatic acini. They are serous acini, secreting a thin fluid rich in digestive pancreatic enzymes. Centroacinia cells, their nuclei appear in center of the acini. They represent the beginning of the ducts and secrete bicarbonate and mucin. No myoepithelial cells around the acini. You see that the slide, it's a microscopical view of pancreatic tissue. You see that the pancreatic acini is a beginner of the duct. You see that this is a exocrine duct. Next, we see about the pancreatic acinia cells. The pancreatic acinia cells is a pyramidal in shape, and nuclear or basal, and synthesize and secrete of digestive enzymes. And the cytoplasm, in the cytoplasm, it's divided into two parts. One is a basal part and one is the apical part. In basal part is are basophilic due to abundance of rough endoplasmic reticulum. In apical part is acidophilic due to secretory granules. You see the slide. It's a basal part and this is an apical part. Next, I will followed by Harita.
Duct system of pancreas. Intercollected ducts. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Striated. Intralobular ducts. Cocuboidal or low columnar cells with rounded nuclei. Interlobular excretory ducts. Columnar cells. Interlobar ducts. Pseudostratified columnar. This is the microscopic image of pancreatic duct. Zymogen granules are large secretory organelles in which acinar cells secrete an inactive enzymes called zymosins or proenzymes. Main duct. The main pancreatic duct travels from the tail to the head of the pancreas, collecting secretions from all the interlobular ducts along the way. It merges with the gallbladder, common bile duct, to form the hepatopancreatic ampullae of water, which empties into the descending part of the duodenum at the major duodenal papillae. Next slide was followed by Ineum.
Hello, I am Inivan. Now and I will discuss about endocrine pancreas. In this, we will speak about islets of Langerhans. It is a pale staining spherical collections of endocrine cells scattered among the acini. It is richly vascularized by fenestrated capillaries. Each islet is surrounded and supported by reticular fibers. 1 million islets in human pancreas has been present, and it's been noted here. Most numerous is in the in the tail part of pancreas. And in the picture we can see the different parts of pancreas like alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, and F cells. Then we move on to the next slide. Cells of the islets. There are 5 types of cells in islets, and it cannot be differentiated from one another by routine stains. First, we'll speak about beta cells, that is B cells. It constitutes about 70% of islet cells concentrated in islet center, and its function is to secrete insulin, which lowers the blood sugar level. The next alpha cells, A cells, that constitute about 15 to 20% concentrated in islet periphery. Granules are much more numerous, more tightly packed, smaller and denser than those of beta cells. Its function is to secrete glucagon, which will increase your blood sugar level. Then third one is delta cells. It will constitute about 5 to 10% scattered throughout the islets. Granules are less dense than those of beta and alpha cells. Its function is to secrete somatostatin, which lowers the release of hormones from endocrine pancreas and enzymes from exocrine pancreas. Then G cells, they constitute about 1% of islet cells scattered throughout the islet. Its function is to secrete gastrin, which will increase your production of HCl by parietal cells of the stomach. Then finally, PP cells, that is pancreatic polypeptide cells. It will constitute about 1% of islet cells. They will be scattered throughout the islet. Its function is to secrete pancreatic polypeptide, which reduces exocrine secretions of pancreas. The next slide will be followed by Harshavardhini.
Hormonal functions of pancreas. Insulin. Insulin exhibits its effects on most cells of the body, most notably those of the liver, muscles, and adipose tissues. The main functions of insulin is related to glucose metabolism, decreasing blood glucose, and sparing proteins and lipids. Glycogen. Glycogen is the antagonistic hormones of insulin. Overall, glycogen causes an increase in blood glucose, increased proteolysis and lipolysis. Next, somatostatin. This hormone inhibits the release of insulin and glycogen through local parenchyma actions. Somatostatin is identical to the hormones secreted by the hypothalamus. Inhibits the release of growth hormones and thyroid stimulating hormones from the anterior pituitary, followed by Gayatri. Functions of pancreas. Main functions of pancreas. Pancreatic cells secreted about 1.5 liters of fluid every day. The presence of acidic chain, fats, and proteins in the duodenum, stimulating enteroendocrine cells of a small intestine to release secretin and choleocytokinin into a bloodstream. This internal hormone or a primary regulator of pancreatic secretion. In addition to this hormone mechanism, the activity of exocrine pancreas is also regulated by parasympathetic innervation by vagus nerve, followed by Jairagvi.
Digestive function of pancreas. The pancreatic enzymes get activated inside the duodenum under the influence of proteolytic enzymes called enterokinase, which is secreted by the duodenal mucosa. Enterokinase first transforms trypsogen into trypsin, and once activated, trypsogen catalyzes a cascade of the activation of all the pancreatic enzymes. The other alkaline environment and the segregation of endokinase in the duodenum prevents the undesired activation of these enzymes within the pancreas. Next slide is followed by Harish Balaji.
Hello, I am Histology. I am going to explain clinical correlations. Acute pancreatitis. Acute pancreatitis occurs when digestive enzymes are prematurely activated within the pancreas, leading to autodigestion of pancreatic tissue. Clinical presentation. Patients may present with severe abdominal pain, elevated serum amylase and lipase, and possibly systemic inflammatory response. Chronic pancreatitis.
Chronic pancreatitis results from repeated episodes of inflammation, leading to irreversible damages, fibrosis, and loss of both exocrine and endocrine function. Clinical presentation. Patients often have chronic abdominal pain, malabsorption due to lack of digestive enzyme production, and potential diabetics as endocrine function declines.
Hello, I am Guru Avinash. Now we can discuss about third clinical correlations, that is diabetes mellitus, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes, an autoimmune process leads to the destruction of the beta cells in the isolates of Langerhans, resulting in an inability to produce insulin. Clinical presentation. Type 1 diabetes typically presents in childhood or adolescence with symptoms of hyperglycemia such as excessive thirst, frequent urination, and unexplained weight loss. Type 2 diabetes. In type 2 diabetes, there is insulin resistance and eventual beta cell dysfunction. Unlike type 1, beta cells are not destroyed early on but becomes less functional over time. Clinical presentation. Type 2 diabetes typically presents in adult, often associated with obesity and metabolic syndrome. Thank you.